What's up, guys? Okay, so this is the second day of doing this videos. Yeah, just gonna talk today. My plan is to talk a little bit more about the gold price, kind of what happened yesterday and how I did. I made a fuck up, so gonna talk a little bit about my fuck up. Just talk about also in general about what I kind of think happened yesterday and what I expect to happen today, and kind of how I'm going to play the market today. Um, yeah, and then also I plan to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, just because yesterday there was obviously kind of a rally back in the crypto market, and I just want to leave a couple of thoughts. Not so much like trading or what I'm going to do to trade it, because again, I don't really day trade crypto whatsoever. Um, but yeah, just kind of leave my thoughts on it and what I think. Okay, so as you can see, I'm looking at the 15-minute chart right now, and at least one positive thing about what I said yesterday kind of held true. Like, um, you know, price basically just went sideways. It just kind of consolidated. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm looking at the hour chart now. But if we look at the 15-minute chart here, um, yeah, I mean, you can really just see how we really bounced around those levels that I talked about. There's a very strong floor happening at 1770, 1769. And yesterday there was just definitely not enough momentum to even bring it past this resistance area of about 1782, 1781, whatever, this kind of area. So actually, honestly, it was a really easy day to trade this. And in this particular drop here, which kind of coincided with yields, I had I had stacked my buy orders throughout this drop, and I actually got a pretty nice buy order triggered here at around 1770. And this is where I'm going to go into where I fucked up as a beginner trader, as a fucking noob trader, is I had about 4 positions that triggered throughout this dip, and as I expected, it really bounced off this floor nicely, and we had this kind of nice little up run here, or rebound, just around that sort of pre-market US. And, I actually I was making a nice little profit for me, like percentage-wise. I think I had a margin position of 2.5 open here, and then kind of like a 1.5 and a couple of ones. But this is where I fucked up, because yesterday I literally said in the journal entry or the video entry that, I need to, yes, take profits for sure when I'm hitting these kind of areas up here, but don't be afraid to open or leave 1 or 2 positions open. This would have been the perfect time to leave the 1769 position open, or the 1770 position open that I had, because as I do still think that kind of by the end of this week, we're going to break through this most likely with that, with what's happening with the Fed. And I hope that we're going to at least be testing 1790 again. So there is no reason for me to worry about leaving a position open that's been opened right next to this clear, strong support in this kind of 15-minute hour chart. Yeah, I mean, if we look at the hour here, like, it's clearly bouncing off this position here, right around here. You can see it every single time. And on top of that, it's coinciding with the 200-day moving, the 200-hour moving average. This is proving to be strong support. So that was a real big mistake. I got maybe a little bit greedy / a little bit fearful, just like, oh, like I'm making quite a nice little profit right now for this trade, like, and I just decided to close it, and man, I really regret that this morning. That was really fucking stupid. Anyway, learn from my mistakes, right? That's the fucking goal here, guys. So yeah, so what do I kind of expect for today? I mean, if there was one thing that I would also say about the market yesterday, I mean, it's Monday, and there wasn't really any big news, and obviously we have the big thing happening on Thursday with the Fed. I just think that, people were cautious, like there really wasn't that much volume in the market. And I just feel like people are kind of anticipating that particular meeting on Thursday. So I just honestly kind of expect slightly more consolidation here. At the same time, like other markets are doing well. Copper, if I'm not mistaken, had a really good day yesterday. So maybe some liquidity is moving there and nobody's really trading gold. Also, obviously, crypto had a big rebound yesterday from kind of like that general previous week dip. So, maybe just liquidity shifted to other markets and people were kind of just trading those to make more money, make more profit. But honestly, for me, as more of like a beginner noob trader, like trading this kind of bounce between 1770 and 1782, I mean, if it wants to continue doing this for another day, fuck me, man. That's great, because, I mean, it's just so easy to play, you just kind of have this, let's say you have this resistance here, the support here. What I kind of plan to do today, and my one buy order already got triggered for me, is that start kind of stacking my buys from that 50% range between this area, which seems to be 1775. Slightly raise the margin as I stack my buy limits going further down. And if the market triggers them, I mean, great. And if not, and we actually do manage to later today when the U.S. opens, break through this 1782 resistance, I mean, great. I mean, I still have a position open here, and I just kind of going to ride the wave and, make a bit more money. Again, I got to make sure, like, especially as a beginner and as a noob trader, not to be greedy with what I'm doing. Not to just, FOMO into something and like start buying at stupid pricing when it's pretty clear from like this recent price action that, we're just kind of bouncing through here. So set up smart buy limits. Set up smart buy limits. Obviously pay attention to yields, which is also just kind of bouncing around in this region. So obviously keep that in mind. But yeah, just continue to kind of play this this general channel, and I think maybe I won't make huge amounts of money playing this kind of like not particularly volatile period in the gold market, but I think you can do pretty well doing making some numerous trades. Again, one other thing I will say for myself as a fucking mental note: if I get a chance to open the position again around the 1770 floor, have some balls, hold it a little bit. I'm obviously managing my risk really well, given my port size and given my, how much money I have in my account. So, trust my instincts a little bit and let these trades play out over the week. Let the trades play out. If you don't let the trades play out, you're never going to really get that kind of chance to really prove or to see like if your analysis is right, like, and those kind of things. Like, you don't get to learn enough. So I shouldn't be afraid to leave a position like that open. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan for today. Now, quickly to also talk about just a couple really quick thoughts on Bitcoin and what happened yesterday in the market. I just want to take this to the day chart. I really don't look at the hour and the 50-minute charts on Bitcoin at all. Like I said, when I play crypto, I'm much more kind of like holding. And as you can see here, let me just remove this here quickly. Let me just hide the this, or maybe I can just delete it. I can just redraw it again. Shit. Here we go. So, I mean, what can we see here? I mean, obviously, like, it's very clear that from a Bitcoin standpoint, the momentum, like, really has been kind of curling inwards. As you're getting that kind of like, was it concave or whatever the word is, convex general flow of price here, with these volatile dips that you can naturally expect with Bitcoin or with cryptocurrency trading. But I think what's just like very, very clear here is that or the one thing that I want to say is that you can overanalyze the shit out of cryptocurrency markets. I think that's what a lot of people do. If you read, bigger financial media sources, that's what they tend to do. They always try and make this logical connection between, oh, this news must have triggered this, because that's kind of like what happens in like more stable markets. But the reality is like it's clear that this massive dump here, I mean, the primary trigger for this at this point, like it's clear in my mind that this was a long, a long squeeze, and a shit ton of people got liquidated. This is a market that's so insanely speculative, so overvalued right now, and there's so many inexperienced traders playing with margin in these super volatile markets. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And when these liquidation events happen, it causes people to freak out. Then people start to overanalyze the price. And the reality is that I think it's clear that, you can't overanalyze a market like this. It's just there's too much emotion, too much inexperience being seen in this price action. I mean, naturally, when this from a classical technical standpoint or whatever you want to say, like this would definitely be a bearish pattern, or it definitely would be a classic signal of a reversal. But then look at this bullish candle, and that was again that was a short squeeze. That's all it was. Again, that was just a short squeeze. The bulls outfought the bears there, and that was a short squeeze. And now it looks like, oh my god, now everything is fucking rosy again. So I just think that my 2 cents I just want to put in here is that I think that you need to really think about psychology and emotion when trading these markets. Don't do dumb shit. Let things play out a bit more. You got to really watch a few days of price action or even the weekly charts, because otherwise you're just otherwise you're going to always fuck yourself. Not just with Bitcoin, but also with altcoins. So I think that's really, really important to understand. And again, it's also, I think, quite important to keep an eye on this market, just because I do think a lot of speculation is shifting away from metals like gold into crypto. So when we get these big rebounds like we saw yesterday, I do think it's going to capture some of that liquidity. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, guys, sorry for swearing so much because I'm just pissed off that the Mavs lost. Fuck me. Against the Kings. But anyway, hope you liked today's video, and yeah, I'm just going to keep these going. Thanks.